Hello, 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 and welcome to Monday. It is April 7th, 2025. My name is Sonja Marie here with Wordlife Astrology to give you some astrological information and spiritual understanding about the thing. As I allow people to come on in, let me officially welcome you to this beautiful season of spring and to this new year. Yep, when the sun went into Aries, you do know that was the official new year for us all. So, welcome. What do you have planned? That's the real question. But it's New Year that is coming up to get you. Again, as people fly on in, I have a couple of announcements for those that like to see this after the fact. I have a couple of announcements for you. Please let me remind you that I do private readings on Zoom. You can go to my website at wordlifeastrology.com. That's wordlifeastrology.com. Okay, on the readings page, and it will spell out the type of readings that I do. I absolutely love doing readings, to be quite honest with you. More specifically, I like doing couples readings or readings that have to do with two or more people. I like to see how people astrologically come together and how and why they find one another. So please, if you are intrigued, check me out. Every now and again, I throw out a special. My last special was in January or February, so I probably won't be throwing anything out anytime soon. But if you have a friend in which you want to share a reading with a sister or a brother, and y'all can go half on it financially, let's do that thing. I will caution you that when two people do come into a reading together, depending on who your peoples are, one person may capsize the reading over the other. You know, I have no control in that. And what I mean is that in my readings, they're done in three parts. The first part is I connect with your ancestors and your guides because I have the ability to see them, to see your ancestors and the folks that roll around you. And I'll be quite honest with y'all, sometimes I don't want to. I just want to chill out and have a beer and hang out and just, just be among the people. And folks just be like, hey, can you tell them about? And I'm like, no, sir. No, ma'am, not today. In any case, they understand. They're a whole lot more understanding than humans are, that's for sure. So in the first part, we talk to them. Then the second part, we go into your astrological chart based on your time, your date, and your place of birth. And if you don't have your time of birth, it's okay. We'll figure that thing out there, okay? There'll be enough information coming on through. And then lastly, we do a 5-card tarot spread. Yeah. I love using those 3 separate different modalities to show y'all how spirit shows up in everything. When the truth is the truth is the truth for you, not necessarily me. It's not Sonja's truth. When the truth is coming through for you, trust and believe God will show up in all of the ways. Waving hello to all the people on Instagram. I'm so glad you're here. Lost Bird Tarot, what is happening with you? Oh, you loved your reading with me? Thank you. I appreciate you saying that and sharing that with the peoples. Your job interview in a new state on Friday, and I'm so excited. Woohoo! Good luck. Many blessings to you. Putting out a sweet prayer for you. Put your name up, would you please? Your full name, if you may. Or at least your first name, so I can include you in my prayers, okay? For your new job interview. What's happening to all the folks on, where are you? YouTube. What's happening, family? What's happening? Shamir, love you, honey. I pray everything is well with you. Gemini Rising is here again. What's happening, cutie pie? And Terrell is here. Ramon, what's happening? Felicia, Milana, Christy is here. Oh, I'm so happy y'all came on through. Sweet Tea, what's happening? What's going on? Please let all the people know that this is going to be a special type of, got you, Melissa, a special type of let me write that down because I'm just that chick. I have to write stuff down nowadays. Trust me when I tell ya, because my premenopausal brain is not the same. Was that a melody trying to come through? This is going to be a really interesting rundown. I'm doing my best to push through my own inner feelings and what's happening around and about me, all is good. All is really, really good. But I started to inquire why I feel this way, why I've heard particular language and certain people change over the last couple of days. And it got me researching, y'all. So, if you don't mind, I'm going to take my time today. If you don't have too much time, you might want to dip out and come back a little bit later, because this particular rundown is going to be chock full of nuts. Are y'all ready? I hope so. Give me a yes, yes, y'all. I don't know what you're doing. You riding in your car. Please be careful. Or you're at work. Please don't get fired over Sonja, okay? All right, all right. And again, you can always come back. Let me tell y'all, before we go into the week, and I want to preface it by saying that the week doesn't have a lot of aspects. But what I got intuitively is that it drags for a little while, right? Until we go into the latter part of the week. I'm going to explain. But before we go there, I want to talk about something that has to do with this week on some level, but more so has to do with specific people that were born at a particular time. I'm going to run it down and it's going to make sense in a minute. Let's start with this. I haven't spoken to the village this week and I miss them terribly. Usually we get together, the village, Wordlife Astrology Village. We come together every 2 weeks. It's $44 a month. It's not breaking the bank, but I'm telling you, honestly, you get more for your money than you ever thought. You get an intimate group of people. It's only 13 of us that talk astrology and talk spiritual connection. We are absolutely a tribe in this thing. And we allow people to be each other. We share information in this sacred space and we help it to make sense astrologically so we can get that heavy off of our shoulders, right? So if you are interested in astrology that way, go to my website, wordlifeastrology.com, and it's on the village page, okay? Like I said, we meet every 2 weeks and I miss them because I had to move the weeks in order to schedule them around the new and the full moon. So I say all that to say is that I had some information and I'm going to repeat it to them in a more detailed way. But I wanted to share this information about Neptune and Aries, y'all. Y'all heard me talk about it last week and I went over it really, really briefly, right? But when I discovered what I discovered in my research today and how a particular asteroid is affecting this Neptune and Aries, I was like, bloom, 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 bloom. What is going on? I got to talk to somebody fast about it before I lose my mind and go batty, batty, batty out this mug. So let's do it. Again, go to my website if you want to join the village. We are happily waiting for you. Is the village in here? Tiffany's here. Village strong, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. How you doing, Lotus Mama? Okay. Now. Let's start from here. And again, if you're not astrological savvy, I'm going to do my best not to inundate you with a whole bunch of jargon, but to let you know what this is really all about. First of all, Neptune went into Aries last week, right? Right, on March 30th. Neptune went into Aries. It will be technically in and out of Aries until March 23rd, 2039. March 23rd, 2039. Now, that's a big deal. And I'm reiterating on purpose in case somebody is new on here today. When the outside planets, Neptune and Uranus and Saturn and Pluto, Jupiter as well, but mainly those, and Uranus, right? Did I say that? Neptune, Uranus, Saturn, Pluto, sometimes Jupiter. When they go into a whole nother sign, it not only affects us personally, but it affects the whole community. It affects the world because they move so slowly around the earth itself. So it takes its time to hone in its influence, so to speak, its vibration, okay? And again, it comes like a slow wave over everybody. So this is incredibly important. If you haven't heard from any other astrologers, well, you're getting Sonja Marie's perspective. All right. And I really do encourage you to research other perspectives as well, because it gives you a broader vision as to what it means to you. Neptune being in Aries until what? March 23rd, 2029. That's a big freaking deal. Now, as a crab, as a Cancer myself, sun sign Cancer, I do like to Sankofa out this mug. I do like to step back every now and again, sometimes to the side. I don't know if there's a word for that, but sidestep, two-step, square dance, whatever it is. Sometimes I like to do that thing in order for us to see the bigger picture. So let's step back into Pisces and Neptune very, very briefly. It saved a lot of us. And I will say that till I take my last breath in regards to this moment in time and this age that we're in. When Neptune was in Pisces over the last 13, 14 years, and then at the tail end of that, Saturn got into Pisces, it absolutely saved our lives. Why? Because Neptune is Pisces' planet. So Neptune being in its own sign allowed us all to do what? Speed up our consciousness. It allowed us to do a whole bunch of other things, but mainly and generally speaking, to speed up our consciousness. Tell me you haven't become more interested in prayer and meditation in the last 13 years, 12, 13 years. Tell me you haven't been inquiring about your church's choir, about the retreats that you want to go to, and not just Wordlife astrology retreats, which were bomb as hell. We did 7 of them. Yeah. Anyway, don't tell me that. I mean, there are, and I mean, you can tell me yes or no, talk to one another, and yeah, speak on it. But Neptune and Pisces allowed us all to awaken our senses, awaken our intuition, awaken our third eye in the way that we needed to hear God a little bit more, hear our ancestors a little bit more, awaken our imagination to things that are not yet informed. That's what Neptune and Pisces did. Okay. By the way, if anybody's just coming on in here, this is going to be a nice and long one, y'all, because I want to give y'all information slow and steady about Neptune, and in particular, how Neptune is about to hit this other asteroid in which a lot of us share. So hold your hat. Okay. This is some good info. So Neptune and Pisces kind of like awakened that. And I want y'all to pay attention to how dope and how incredibly uniform the universe is. Okay? Because you have to see that none of this, whether we're up or down, in and out, through and through, fucked up or not, none of it is personal. It's all gearing us for the next level, for the next plateau, for the height of evolution. Evolution needs to evolve. We are moving forward, whether you want to or not, whether you want to go kicking or screaming or not, whether you like to live in 1999 or not. We are moving forward, y'all. That just came through real quick. Here we go. Neptune is moving into Aries, though. So you have sweet and docile, unconditional love of Neptune, the foggy kind of ethereal, imaginative, inspiring, or inspiring, a spiritual Neptune going out of a real comfortable, watery place, allowing us to open up, and now fast and furious into Aries. That's a big freaking deal. More than you will really, really know. That's okay. So the last time that happened, the Civil War tapped in. And I've been saying, if y'all want to go back and freaking quote me, like go back to my videos, I've been saying a civil war is erecting in some kind of way for the last 3-4 years, to be truthful with you. Anybody that will listen to me, and few people are not listening to me. Fewer and fewer people don't want to listen to me anymore. I'm being funny and hard on myself. But I will say that I talk to whoever listens. And I've been saying there's a civil war that's coming. And then when I made that connection or did my research, and this is not what I was talking about earlier, but when I did my research, I was like, what the hell? Ain't that the truth? You know why? Because Aries brings the energy of war. Aries is fire. Aries is movement. Aries is confrontation. But Neptune says, what are we fighting about? So a lot of times the war can come out of a civil situation, Because why are we fighting about people having civil rights? Why are we fighting around people having the right to have Medicaid and the right to be taken care of, the right to be loved, the right to be imaginative? Why are we fighting about our right to be on the planet and survive and be healthy and true and connected to spirit whenever we want? Oh, y'all get where I'm going? So Neptune wakes up that Aries energy. Aries wakes up that Neptune energy. They are one and the same until March 23rd, 2039. Now, for a moment, it's going to go retrograde. It's going to go retro January 26th, 2026 until May 22nd. Is that right? No. My bad. From what month is that? October 22nd, 2025 until January 26, 2026. So it's going to slide back in Pisces for a little bit, but it's going to go forward. So you need, in my opinion, if you want to remember what I'm about to run down to you, Neptune and Aries a lot. From Sonja's perspective, like the first thing that always jumps off, and I think I have it listed here, is our creativity, because whether you know it or not, Neptune really, really deals with the power of creative forces. You know why? Because creativity is not a human thing. Creativity is not from the blood, the sweat, and the tears of the person. We formulate the information that comes through the ethers. And Neptune is the planet of the ethers, of the unknown, of spirit. You get where I'm going? So that's where all of our creativity stems. Yes, even in your own chart, but I don't want to go there and confuse you. But wherever Neptune is in your chart is how you are creative in your world. But we're talking about the Neptune that's high in the sky. We're going to call it the transiting Neptune that's affecting everybody with this energy of Aries, saying, give away your personal power. When you feel low, you may start to give away your personal power. Why? Because Aries is quick. Because Aries is whatever. Because Aries throws a fit. Because Aries throws tantrums. And sometimes within that tantrum, you don't see that you are throwing away some gems, some gold that Neptune is bringing to you from the ethers. Are y'all with me? Is this a good word or not? Because I know if I was y'all, I'd be hearting it right now. This is what we're looking forward to. This is what we're in right now. And if you are sensitive enough, you may have felt some of these things already. Aries kind of shits on the fact that, and I'm not talking about Aries people, y'all. When I teach astrology, I talk about the energy, and sometimes it is the people. But I'm talking about the energy of Aries. Sometimes it's so quick to move and so quick to respond and so quick to think it knows it all that it plows through any type of information that it's evolving. Thank you for hitting up that file on IG. I appreciate it. It makes me feel like I'm not alone. So it's possible you can give away your personal energy, like whatever. That spirit energy, like whatever. Watch yourself. If you are a person that does not see the truth and or the validity in hearing from your folks and connecting to your people, when every Thursday and Friday you're like, I don't want to talk to them. I want to get drunk. I want to do some things I don't want to do. I shouldn't do. Blah, 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 blah. That's throwing away your personal power. Okay. Victimhood mode, it kind of picks up a little bit. We have these tendencies to feel like a victim. And I want to touch on that real quick, because for me, I don't know about you, I'm not saying it has come up and is like choking me, but it's easier sometimes to be a victim. It's easier to sit back and wait for somebody to save you through the ethers, through Neptune, through your grandparents, your peoples, those on the other side. Y'all get where I'm going? Through your prayers. It's easier to say, I'm just going to sit back. I'm going to sit back and just and allow God to do what God does. Now, that's some underbelly church shit. I just want y'all to know that, right? Because in Christian churches is what I can speak for. A lot of times it's like, wait for Jesus, wait for God, Wait for whoever's going to come and do the thing, right? So you fall into a victim mode, like, I can't do nothing because Jesus didn't give it to me, because God didn't tell me to do it. I want y'all to pay attention to that. Avoiding self-defense. Oh, come on now. You can't avoid self-defense. I don't want to go through all of these, y'all. It's a lot. And I think I'm going to talk a lot today. So I'm going to pick out the ones that I said that before, didn't I? Intuition is your biggest ally to move forward. We can't say that enough. In order to move forward, but this is the trick though. This is the trick. I'm skipping over some and I'm elaborating on a few just to let you know. Here's the trick about your intuition being your biggest ally is that we have to learn, because Aries is so fast, we have to learn to bob and weave, to pay attention to where your intuition is needed. Not always. Sometimes it ain't your fight. Sometimes it's not your bad. Sometimes it's none of your freaking business. So there's a part of us that has to know when to use our intuitive prowess until 2039. And a part of us that has to really, really be keen on minding our business. Aries energy always rides for the underdog, y'all. Always, that's one of the sweetest things about that Aries energy, because it feels like it's strong enough, it's bold enough, it's courageous enough to stick up for anything and everybody, right? So you want to be able to do that thing. Well, sometimes it's none of your business, and you got to let people lay in the bed in which they've created. Squirrel, that's what Pisces, Neptune and Pisces allowed us to see. How did you make your own spiritual bed? Is it made? Are the sheets dirty? Are they clean as hell? Are you ready to go to bed? Like, for real, how did you make your own bed? Y'all know that phrase, right? You got to lie down in the bed that you made, so to speak. The elders used to say it, something like that. I'm paraphrasing. Ego dies and lends away to what the inner says. Ego wants to die in the next 14 years, y'all. This is going to be hard for a lot of people. Y'all already know. Y'all already know it's gonna be hard. Because why? This is a patriarchal world that has been for thousands of years. And the patriarchal world, the masculine energy, is built on nothing but ego. So you tell an ego to take a seat. You tell an ego to take a seat while your inner, while your intuition, while your unknowing, while your prayers take and lead the way. That's a hard shift for many. And it's coming faster and more like astute than ever before. It's always been the rule. It's always been a rule. But in the last decade since we've been alive, the real reason why it has really pushed its way through that masculine energy, that ego, is because most of the world has been supporting it. And materialistic things have been supporting it. And how much you can have sex has been supporting it. How many guys, how many girls, all the ego things, don't let me run them down. How many red cars you have has been supporting it. How many shiny pants you can put on like Puffy has been supporting it. But there's less and less support to ego nowadays. Very much, very much less support to ego nowadays. So a lot of us, and some days is easier than others, but a lot of us are having to contend with our own ego responses. Fuck that motherfucker. I don't give a hell. I'm going to go over. I'm going to spin my, I just want to, and this is for me, and da 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 da. All of that talk is dismantling before our eyes. And it's hard to even have conversations with people knowing that what you're saying right now has more to do with you, sir, with you, ma'am. That's part of the reason, a big reason, why it's sloughing off. This ego is dying. We're going to be taught to act on compassion, be about the underdog, even if it's you. Compassion. I can't tell y'all how much. I can't tell you enough how much the need for compassion has been coming up, not just for me, for other people, witnessing it on TV, whatever, whatever, whatever. Just in almost every circle that I find myself in. And what that looks like is instead of us jumping to, again, the I, the ego of what we would do, our perspective, how much money I have, all the things. What about the person you're talking to or about? Do they happen to have those things? And if they do, great. If they don't, inquire about why. What can we do to get that for them? Or if they're okay with having what they have, and being who they are, but compassion, leaning into somebody's heart. Before we jump to cutting their heads off, how about we open their chest and see what they're really, really feeling and how this came about for them in their lives? That's going to be a big deal. What I just heard, honestly, just in my ears, and I don't lie, y'all, especially when it comes to spirit. I might lie to the bill collectors, though. I'm just saying. But when it comes to spirit, I don't lie. And I heard it's about time to lean in and listen and see yourself. That's what's going to save your life. That's what's going to help your conversations and your connections to people and able to get an opportunity. You looking for opportunities, lean in to people's heart. Try to understand where they're coming from as opposed to strong arming people getting your way. That's what compassion is lighting away with this Neptune and Aries until 2039, right? More prone to internal burnouts. So pace yourself. The reason why I'm pausing on that shit, because there are a lot of beautiful people out there. And I really will put $1,000 on the fact that they are full of fire signs who have this burning desire to assist in healing people right now. It's admirable. It's everything. It's what's needed. But it's not all on you, boo-boo. It's not all on Hayes, my wonderful sister who's a doula / midwife. It's not all on Sonja, who wants to write all the goddamn songs in the world that comes through her head. It's not all on Rob. What up, sweetie pie? It's not all on Nicole Ray. It's not all on these people individually. It's on us collectively. So we get hot and heavy to do this thing because so many people are learning these different modalities and these tools for healing, in which Neptune represents healing. So you get these modalities and these tools, and you want to go around like freaking, I don't know, any character you can think of, slashing heads, holding hearts, doing the thing while you die. Squirrel and really quick story. And I share this story oftentimes. Forgive me if I shared it with you once before. I met a beautiful man who's African-American and Polynesian long time ago at this natural hair salon that I used to work at. And nobody wanted to touch his head because his head was a pretty large head, right? He was a big man. He was 6'3". He was really, really thick, and he had a huge head, and his hair was down his back. Nobody wanted to cornrow his hair, y'all. So Sonja said, I'll do it. Long story short, he turned out to be this master healer. When I left that shop, I ended up braiding his hair at my house, and we were friends for years. Long story shorter, he passed away, y'all, because he used to be this master healer who was an Aries that would simulate the womb and carry people in his wombs, in his arm, and in his arms, and he ended up getting tumors up and down his spine. Khalili, I love you, and I thank you for letting me share this story. I feel him a lot. But the concern and the warning in him allowing me to share this information is that Neptune and hot and fucking bothered Aries is ready to do the same thing that he did. Protect people, go out on the street, protest, do the things for the love of the people. And it's beautiful, it's admirable. And a lot of people are going to be sacrificed because of it. Just know that. Know that it's part of the evolution. However, if you have a conscious moment to hold back and not burn yourself out due to the things that you know how to do, please do that. Pass it off to somebody else who can do it for a quick moment until you regain your strength. So you don't end up dying. So literally, knock on wood, so you don't end up out of here. And people get nice and happy when they get information that they just learned so they can, in a way, in a juvenile way, share it with everybody. It's responsibility in these modalities of healing, these ancient healings that a lot of people are taking willy-nilly nowadays. A lot of people are just saying, oh, I know this and I know that. You knew it for 15 minutes. You didn't know it for thousands of years, and it's not in your DNA. So stop playing. Are y'all with me? I get a little heated sometimes when the information comes on through. I talked about creativity. Our creativity and imagination has the answers and the push. Now, like I said yesterday to somebody I was talking to, and like I alluded to a little bit earlier, it's up to the artists. It's up to the imagination to save us all with this Neptune in Aries. It's us to get back on stage. Now. The challenge is, will we be reciprocated for it? You may or you may not. I'm not here to say you're going to be a millionaire because you decide to get back on stage and play the guitar. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that your words, your sound, your melody, your movement, your artwork, all the things are necessary. You decide how to share that. It doesn't always have to make money, and it doesn't always have to make sense. As long as it feels good coming through you, as long as you know that somebody is healing through it and for it, including yourself, even if it's just yourself. Am I preaching today? Y'all kind of quiet. What's happening as folks are rolling on? And I'm so glad you're here. This is a special edition because we haven't even gotten into the week, y'all. Believe it or not, if you think you missed something, we are setting this up by me trying to tell y'all what Neptune is doing. I'm going to give y'all one or two more points, and then I want to tell you something else, which a lot of y'all, depending on the year that you were born, are affected by. So hold on tight. Hold on tight. With this Neptune in Aries until what? Again, March 23rd, 2039. Band together to feel stronger within. Lean on one another. We said that kind of like. Watch for warlike materials surfacing to assist, but too premature to be effective. And what I just heard to that, if you heard that whole sentence, was we could turn technology into weapons. We can turn the older weapons into more detrimental weapons. You understand what I'm saying? Things that really take. What I just saw was just like being irresponsible about certain things, about certain weapons, about certain buttons, about certain confrontations, being really irresponsible and setting off a series of fights and or war in which could have been eradicated from the jump. Again, this is personal and this is global, so watch for it to happen. Please and very please, I'm just suggesting. Listen. There's more to talk about with Neptune and Aries, and I don't want to take up too much time because I really feel like I could talk a lot today. If you have any questions, please put them up right now and put a bunch of question marks behind it so I can see it because I can't really see that well. But the bottom line is I wanted to come on to tell y'all about this. You know why? Do you know why? Because just as beautiful as the universe is, those, which I know is a primary part of my demographic here with Wordlife Astrology, and I thank you once again for being down with a sister. Those that I know are born during this time, and we born during this time with our Chiron in Aries, Chiron. I always want to spell it because I want y'all to get it. Our wounds, our childhood wounds are coming up to grab us as Neptune in Aries comes up over our Chiron. Who? You? Let's figure it out. Those that were born between April 1st, 1968 and October 18th, 1968, you have Chiron in Aries. Those that are born between Hello? January 30th, 1969 and May 28th, 1976, you have Chiron in Aries. Those that are born between October 13th, 1976 and March 28th, 1977, you have Chiron in Aries. Anybody? 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 Now listen, that doesn't mean that the rest of y'all need to sign out. It doesn't mean that you need to go somewhere. Okay? That means that if you don't have it, somebody that you know has it. And in the light of compassion, in the light of loving people differently, in the light of showing up for humanity in a different kind of way, listen so you can assist these people, please. If you born between those dates, and I'm going to say it one more time real quick, let everybody know because we want to be out on the lookout for you. And I'm going to tell you why. April 1st, 68 through October 18th, 68, January 30th, 69 through May 28th, 76, October 13th, 76 through March 28th, 77. You have Chiron in Aries. Now, here's the deal. As perfect as the universe is, for some reason, we are being tested. Why? Because Neptune has just went into Aries. This is Chiron, and it's about to come up over in the next 10, 13 years, our Chiron, and sit its ass right on there, which means it's going to waken up like Pandora's box, like a jack in a box, all of our wounds, all of our pain, our childhood shit that makes us feel smaller than small, that makes us feel like we want to resort to escapism, drugs and alcoholism, being lazy and going to sleep, giving our attention and our responsibility up to Jesus and only Jesus without us co-creating this world. Is it a bad thing? No. That's the point I'm really telling this to you, is that it's not bad. Even though you may feel these things coming up for you, you may feel these old childhood wounds like, what the hell am I thinking about this for? Didn't this thing die back in such and such and such and such? Didn't I deal with that in therapy? Didn't I talk to them about that? But listen, it all depends on what it is. It all depends on how hot and heavy it was. And this is not a solicitation, but it's a damn good idea. Get a reading with me so I can tell you what that thing is specifically. Wordlifeastrology.com. And I'm serious about that. Because knowledge is, as you know, power. So to know what is sitting on your Chiron, how it's sitting on there, how these wounds are coming up, you'll know if these wounds are coming up really to stifle you because you're a piece of shit and you're an asshole and your mother did this to you and your dad did this to this, or are you having an opportunity in this moment, in which is the real story, to heal through this in a way in which you got God on your shoulders with it, meaning that you'll never come back around to it, meaning that you can utilize your creativity, you can utilize your compassion even more to not only heal yourself, but to heal the world. Because did you not know people got affected by those wounds and are being affected by those wounds? These are people with that Chiron and Aries for show. But everybody else is feeling it on some adjacent shit too. Don't get it twisted. Understand that we are in this together because we are one, y'all. We are one. So if you find yourself, these people and everybody else sliding into this weird kind of Neptune Aries thing, like, I want to figure this out. I want to move forward. I want to leave the things, the pain, the hurt, the trauma, the things as a child that kind of stunted me. They shut my voice off. You know, people told me I was ugly. People told me I was fat. People told me I would never be an astronaut. My mother told me that I couldn't sing. My dad left me and abandoned me and told me to find another dad. Literally said that out his mouth. Why? Because people are assholes. And because people hurt people when they are hurt. We know that already. The bottom line is I want y'all to be aware, because this stuff is going to come up like maggots. What you do with it is on you, boo-boo. How you heal through it is on you, boo-boo. This is why I'm sharing this with y'all, okay? Please come with any questions, and this is what I also suggest too. And Hayes, I'm putting this out to you. If you're still on here, I suggest that a lot of us who are very, very big on rituals get together again. It's ritual season. It is absolutely ritual season again. A lot of people have fallen off with it because COVID kind of separate us. A lot of people fell off with it because a lot of people are seeing other people's shit. That's what Neptune and Pisces did for us, if anything. Had us see right through people. And sometimes when we see through people, we break our friendships off, we break our relationships off, we go another way. We're gosh darn flabbergasted by the fact that I didn't see that in them for the last 15 years. So we started to see people, and then we started to disperse like roaches and run away and hide in our corners for a little while and become isolated to the world, thinking that we can handle this thing on our own, and we cannot. We need ritual, Hayes. We need ritual, y'all. We need people that have the power to bring the people together, and not on some retreat thing. That's why I stopped, because people thought retreats were vacations, and they're not in my mind's eye. But I'm not talking about a vacation. I'm talking about purposely coming together and speaking your story, anteing up your gifts and your talents, and sharing and divvying these spiritual responsibilities out to your clan, to your tribe. So we are all doing work together. So we are all growing and evolving stronger together. Do you see that in your mind's eye? Or am I just talking and wasting your time? I really wish I could read all of this. Thank you for that, Felicia. I appreciate that. My readings are the bomb. And I feel that they're the bomb because it comes through so strong on me. And oftentimes I know the work that I've done once I get off the Zoom. I'm like, okay, bye-bye. I'm like, that was a good one. That was a good one, God. So yeah, if you have the time and the money, the energy, the insight, come on and do that thing with your girl. But again, is this information good for you? I need some feedback while I get ready to talk to y'all about this week. Neptune in Aries is about to cruise over Chiron in Aries. And I pointed out the people that specifically have Chiron in Aries. But do know, even if you don't have that Chiron in Aries, again, you're still going to feel this upset, this need to ferociously, because it's Aries, get up off your own stuff. And the reason why I really feel that Spirit wanted me to tell you this is because it feels kind of conflicting. It feels like anger. It feels like I'm mad at myself. It can feel a bunch of different ways, y'all. But these are the things that are coming to me. It feels like I'm mad at myself because I didn't do a thing. It feels, number two, that I'm angry with the system, so I'm going to bring down the system. It feels, number three, I'm going to get angry, depending on who you are, and push that shit inward. Because Neptune, I know I'm going far for a few of y'all, but just ride with me. Neptune is Pisces' planet. Pisces energy is very self-sabotaging. So a few of you may feel this anger inverted, and you want to take it out on yourself. You want to burn yourself out, like we spoke about in that example with Kalili, even in a good way or in a negative way. You're going to want to burn out. Aries is a fire sign. How does Aries, fire, burn out fog? Neptune is fog. You can't burn out fog. Think about that. It's just not necessary. It's not, you can't, it's impossible. You have to let it burn in a crafty kind of way, and in a way in which is needed. Otherwise, the flames are just going all over for what? Does that make sense? Duchess Plum said, yep, thanks for clearing up that Neptune transit in Aries. It shouldn't cause no fear. Listen, it's going to bring up the fear, and you're welcome, baby. It's going to bring up that fear. It's going to bring up that fear because, again, we want to be mad about it because you may have felt like you missed out on something. You want to be mad about it because too many babies are dying in the interim. You want to be mad about it because you didn't get your money. You didn't get your just due. You was that artist that should have gotten paid years and decades ago. So you want to get mad about it. I'm saying, if you're going to get mad, use that anger properly. Cultivate it. Come together with it. Create a ritual of some kind. Create a plan. You understand what I mean? Aries needs a plan, or else it will burn the fuck out as long as it burn in any and every direction with nothing done. Get that. If you know any Aries people, you know they start a lot of shit, but do they finish? I'm just saying. And that's not a dig at Aries energy. It's a freaking fact. It's a fact. So take it as you want to take it. Don't get your feelings hurt. Everybody got their shit. You understand what I mean? Know what I mean what I'm saying? All right. Y'all ready for the week? Because I don't see no question marks. And again, I hope this information. Oh, I see a few. There's Rob. How do we sift through to find or allow our actual tribe or kinfolk? First of all, thank you for putting Sonja on blast. In my mind, Rob, meaning that that's the same question I've had about my own life and my own situation. And I'm going to do my best to answer that from what Spirit is saying. And you're not going to like what I just heard because I don't like it. Well, you might like it. I don't know. Let me not speak for you. I heard they're going to find you. I heard that they are finding us. And the reason why I don't like it, again, not speaking for you, Rob, but the reason why I don't like it, because again, it speaks to that patience in which Aries energy does not have. And if you're a fire sign or have a moon rising, or your sun is a fire, or Mercury's fire, you're going to have a hard time being patient in that. They are finding their way to us. And the other part of that too, Rob, thank you for clearing that up, is to speak. Speak your truth. Now, that doesn't mean go out there in the world and go, hey, I'd like to be a friend. Would you like to be my friend? No, it doesn't look as simple as that. But it looks as simple as getting into new circles and speaking your absolute truth, as opposed to you speaking some words and or conversation that you think is going to, I don't know, give you an opportunity, which is going to make you not be an outsider. Things that we say sometimes, especially socially, just to placate people. You understand? We let things go by when they're talking shit about somebody. I can't stand that. When there's always one person in the crew that's the loudest and the most insecure, that wants to start something about somebody else in between five people. And it's like, no, that's your own insecurities. That don't have nothing to do with nobody else, is what I want to say most times. And it's time for us to start speaking up and saying it in a way in which possibly maybe won't, knock them, insult them, but to let them know the truth. Hey, do you really know that about X, Y, and Z? Or is that just you and your perspective right now? You get what I'm saying? Show up. Show up with your beliefs. Show up with your whole heart. Show up with your compassion. And when you do that, when we do that, there'll be one or two people in the room that go, I heard you. I see you. I see your whole heart. You are my tribe. Because everything all these other people were saying, being phony and fake and trying to make $1 and $1 and all of this stuff, they don't really mean that. They just don't want to be themselves. It's time to show up as ourselves. Does this make sense to everybody? IG, y'all stuck over here? Y'all just listen. You good? We have to heal our shit as much as possible first and right. That's right, Terrell. I've been saying this honestly for the last 15 years. Why is it 48 minutes already? Okay, Sonja got to get going. But I have been saying this for the last 15 years, and it's the reason why I've come on this World Wide Webby thing, is because I felt like it's my duty to convince people that most of the time it's you. Most of the time it's you. I'm just saying. I'm not saying you're a bad person. I'm not saying that that you made bad choices, but oftentimes we can hear people differently. Oftentimes we're a little too sensitive. Oftentimes we don't even need to be around them folk. And we know a lot of these things, and we still hold ourselves in contempt, and we still hold ourselves in these places and spaces that don't resonate with us. It's none of that no more. I'm trying to tell y'all, all those barriers are falling the fuck apart. There's no place to hide anymore. Let's talk about this week, y'all, because I told you it's a lot. It's a lot that's within me right now, and I'm so glad that y'all are listening. Thank you for taking the time out. I really do appreciate it. And hopefully you can hit that like button on the way out here on YouTube. Hopefully you can donate if you don't have any money through Venmo, or PayPal or Cash App. I understood. I get it. So please just share this information and tell people to check me out. You can share the energy in any kind of way. That makes sense, Rob? You're welcome. You are so welcome. All right, let's get to this week. Again, like I said at the top of this, not too many aspects going on. That's why I chose to talk about Neptune and Aries and the people that are being affected by Chiron being in Aries and sitting right on top of each other. It's a lot and it's beautiful at the same time. And how about we are being those people that have that Chiron and Aries are the ones who are leading. Part of us, some of us who choose to be. Because why? We are being given the courage in this moment in time, talking about the people with Chiron and Aries, as Neptune and Aries is sitting on top of it within the next couple of years. We are being chosen to lead the way. Why? Because we were courageous enough to see our shit. I swear to God, that's why I feel like some people get thrown off by Sonja Marie personally, because I have no problem seeing my shit. Even though I can talk about things that I think is real and that is right and that should be done, I still have a challenge like everybody else, right? But I'll tell you what my challenge is. What's yours, boo-boo? Put your shit on the table so we can do this thing. You're going to be embarrassed by somebody else being embarrassed by your own shit? Psh, man, we ain't got time for that. You don't want to look dirty? You want to look pristine? Like you got your thing together, like you got your coins, but you don't. I'm here to be in your face, in everybody's face. None of us have it all together. So stop placating. Stop duping yourself. Today, this is a beautiful way to start this day. In a sense, with that moon being in Leo, got all the courage in the world right now. And do you know, almost an hour into this thing, gosh darn, Mercury has gone direct today, 7:08 a.m. on the eastern side of life. That's for sure. Eastern Standard Time. Yep. So I'm happy for that. It's in Pisces right now, and it's going to go back into Aries really, really soon in the next couple of days. So as Mercury is in Pisces, go station direct, moving forward. Just be careful out there because people get weird as they're driving, as Mercury is picking up its speed again. Okay, so watch out for folks in their traffic and traveling and all of that. Leave extra early, get there on time. Okay, so you can get there on time. I feel like a lot of information just went through me. And prayerfully, this can be a time in which mistakes and or things that was said you can clean up now, because with Mercury being retrograde in Aries, as it has been for most of its retrograde period this time around, a lot of people may have said the wrong things. You know, all you have to do is apologize. And I'm talking to somebody, and I just heard that somebody in particular just needs to apologize. When we say I apologize, we are really just saying I see you, right? I see what you're talking about. I get it. I could have been wrong. I know I was wrong. I could have done better. I should do better. And that other person receiving it says, thank you. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. I get it. Okay, you get it. I get it. Okay, we can move on from here. But a lot of times people don't want to apologize. They just want to correct their own information in their corner and come out the good guy or the good chick again. No, it don't work like that. When we heal, we got to heal together. We got to acknowledge together. Anyway, I feel like going on tangents today, y'all. Mercury's going direct. We'll go into direct. We'll stay in Pisces. We'll go into Aries in the next couple of days, in which our thinking will get faster. So get ready. Venus is also going retrograde. It will go direct at the end of the week, but it's conjuncting with Saturn today. And I was saying this earlier to somebody in a message that I've been dragging my ass. I also told my girlfriend on the phone this morning, I'm like, God, I can't get it together. Like I'm dragging my ass. And of course, Venus retrograde sitting right on top of Saturn in Pisces as well, right? It's almost like the things that we are reviewing, the last little bit of information in regards to our worth, in regards to our money, how we love people, how we profess our love, our affection, and our possessions, right? Is going under review. And Saturn is asking us to be a lot more disciplined in that, to find our boundaries for it, and to really stand up. This Venus in retrograde time has been showing us, again, our worth. And with Saturn on it, it's about saying to the people, I know my worth now. I think you should back up now. That can sometimes make us feel like we're dragging because we're slow to admitting the hard work that we've done. We're slow to admitting the portal that we've gone through. Why? Because we don't want to be alone in that. Dragging our ass today and or tomorrow, right? Well, it's just us trying to get in line with our worth. Spirit saying, oh, you belong on this line. And you're like, huh? And the visual is like you just tiptoeing over to the line going, excuse me, oh, pardon me. No, God said I should be over. I know, I'm sorry. I skipped 100 people. I get it. God said I should be right. Yeah, pardon me. Yeah, that's your dog. He's so cute, but I'm right before you, okay? That's the dragon. Does that make sense? Are you feeling this or no? Am I just talking to myself? Also today, which is awesome. So, because once we get this and we understand, we review that dragon, that dragging period, not dragon, but dragging, ing period. And we're going into the line, we're feeling our worth, we're getting our possessions, we're understanding how and I need to be loved. By the end of the day, the moon sextiles Jupiter, the moon trines the sun. Align any opportunities that come out of this moment in recognizing your worth. Align them so you will be ready to shine. You know how they say, are you ready? If you getting ready, you don't have to be ready. What they say, you got to get ready to be ready. Or if you're already ready, you ready. What's the saying, y'all? If you ain't ready, you wait. What? Sonja, get it together. What's wrong with my brain right now? You know what I mean? Somebody's about to put it up. I know you are. But something about you don't have to get ready if you're already ready. That's what this day is all about. Recognizing that we've already done the things to get ready. So let's celebrate in it. Thank you. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready, Royal. Thank you. I knew somebody had my back. I appreciate that. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. That's right, Duchess Plum. Let's go. Let's do it. That's today. Especially if you look at yourself honestly and go, okay, I need to release these possessions. I need to release these things. I mean, are there some things in your closet you know you look cute in 2010, but you don't look cute in no more, boo-boo? Like your stomach is going over the pant line. You know what I mean? This is Venus retrogrades hitting up that Saturn. They want you to celebrate and go out later on and get a new outfit. Toss that shit in the garbage. Just as an example. Tomorrow, the moon goes into Virgo. It's always interesting when the moon goes into Virgo. And this is for people who have moon in Virgo. I'm not picking on you, but it's not an easy placement because the moon is changeable feelings, right? Hence being a Cancer. Hello. But the moon is a changeable feeling. Every 2.5 days, the moon is changing its sign and its vibration and how it wants to connect its tentacles to the world, put itself out there and see what's happening, temperature checking. You dig what I'm saying? When that moon temperature checks in Virgo, it gets a little gnarly because you can't temperature check and be exact all the time. Virgo wants to know, okay, is this 76 degrees? No, it's 75 now? Oh my God. Oh, 2 minutes ago, it was 74. Lord have mercy. Do you love me? Oh, you don't love me? Oh, now you love me? The moon in Virgo is always clocking to see what feelings, what reactions, what expressions are exact and what are repeating, what they can bank on. And it's not easy to have that. It brings a lot of confusion. Hence, tomorrow, that moon in Virgo will quincunx Neptune. That moon in Virgo will quincunx Pluto. So as we are trying to be, as in quotes, perfect as we can tomorrow in our reactions, in our projections, and how we want to work at a thing, because Virgo energy is the worker bee of the zodiac, right? And it just doesn't come out perfectly how we see it. We can get caught up into some confusion because Neptune is like, wait, hold on for a second, slow down for a minute. Hold on for a second. I'm trying to get an alignment too. I'm trying to figure this out and allow the information to come through the ethers, but it's confusing me. Everybody's confused. Also, with the moon quincunx and Pluto, it's like, so who's powerful here? Who's the winner? Who's the winner? Who's the one that got this right? Ooh, if you have a moon in Virgo, how many times do you think that? Am I right or they're right? And that's not to put you out there, but Virgo moon energy, which we will all be feeling tomorrow, and people who have Virgo moon wants to be right. That's just it. But I always say, and I picked this up from Michael Franks and a whole bunch of other people out there, do you want to be right or you want to be peaceful? Tomorrow calls for you to be peaceful other than being right. If you want to have a big title for Tuesday, that's what it is. Okay. On Wednesdays, there's only one aspect, that moon in Virgo. Also checking on Jupiter. Come on now. The moon in Virgo is squaring Jupiter in Gemini, because Gemini and Virgo normally don't get along, right? Too much attention to the details and perfectionism keeps you away from the opportunities. Look at the bigger picture, y'all. That's all I'm saying. If that confusion from Tuesday rolls over into Wednesday and you still are looking for the perfection in the thing, you still are looking for the details, you still are looking to see who's right, you still are looking to see how to make these movements so I can be practical enough. Jupiter and Gemini is saying it's not about the practicality, baby. It's about the information. Long as you got the information, you got the people around you helping you, we'll be all right. We'll be all right. As a matter of fact, just pull back and look at the bigger picture. Look at where you're going. This is Wednesday. Don't get caught in the details too much on Wednesday, okay? Because you can lose sight of where you're headed. This is all about staying ready. This is all about staying ready. Because in some way, you can only handle the details of yourself. Does that make sense? You expecting details from everybody else and everybody else to express these details. In order to feel powerful, that's Pluto on Tuesday. In order to have an imagination and everybody to share in that imagination, that's Neptune on Tuesday. In order to bring these rewards and awards out in Jupiter on Wednesday, in order to do that thing, we have to be particular. And everybody else needs to be particular. Take care of your own details. You say to yourself on Tuesday, I want to swim for 20 minutes. Go swim. Mind your business. You say to yourself, I'm going to take care and I'm going to put down all this to-do list situation. Go on and do that. Mind your business. If people don't want to fall in alignment with your details, they don't have to. Because the bigger picture will show itself. If everybody is taking care of their detail, the bigger picture later on in the week will go, oh shit, everybody took care of their business. You got your homework? Oh, you did your homework? Oh, you did your homework? All right, then we come together, we all right. Except expecting everybody to see the bigger picture, for everybody to take care of everybody else's detail. Mind your business. Take care of your own on Wednesday. I laugh at myself all the time because sometimes I say, wouldn't my freaking weekly rundowns be shorter if I just stick to those kind of like statements? Mind your business. Moving on. The next day, go to the store and get something good to eat. Next day. I want to take the poetic route each and every time. All right, that's my joke. On Thursday, and this is where it switches, cousins. This is where it switches. Because on Thursday, that moon is going to be in Virgo. But you know what? It's going to hit Uranus. And here comes the switch up. Don't y'all like Uranus has been in the mix? I'm sure you have. I'm sure you've liked the fact that Uranus have been in the mix the past couple of weeks for sure, especially through this eclipse week. That's when it really started, through the eclipse season. Uranus promoting the change, because Uranus is about change. Uranus is about rebellion. Uranus is about the switch up. Uranus is about resistance. Uranus is saying, yo, we're going to be this way. We're going to do our unique thing. I don't care what nobody else says. You understand that? So in the mix of all this eclipse season and all the feelings, even with Neptune sitting on the Chiron for some and Chiron showing his ass and all wounds coming up, Uranus has been saying, keep it moving, keep it switching, keep doing something different, further away from the normal as possible. Do y'all feel that? Or is that just me? Is that just my life? Have you felt sliding into the norm and getting caught up? Every time you slip into the regular, every time, and that's not just retrograde energy. Every time you slip into the regular, you get caught up because the regular ain't even there anymore for you to slide into. Are y'all hearing me? Oh my God. On Thursday, enjoy the difference with this moon's trine in Uranus. Enjoy the difference. Like I said, change of plans. There should be some change of plans on that day. Lead with something that's different. But also, that moon wants to sextile Mars. Come on now. That moon is sextiling Mars, saying whatever you do, whatever it needs to be done, that's different. Move on it. You gotta love that. You gotta love that Mars. Good God. I just, as an astrologer, I just got excited in my brain because Uranus has been in Taurus and Mars has been in Cancer. So wherever Uranus want to go, Mars is going to take it on his back and roll with it. Mars is execution. Mars is motivation. Mars is sex. Mars is determination. Mars is movement. Mars is anger. So the switch ups, the rebellions that are happening out on the street this week, and Mars said, let's go. Let's do it with the right type of anger, with the right type of oomph, with the right type of fire. Because we need to do what? Take the changes that Uranus is putting out there and move on it in a direction that's for, not just for the people, but that has some compassion. Because Mars in Cancer cares. Mars in Cancer cares. Mars in other signs, not so much. But Mars in Cancer cares. So wherever the switch up is happening for in your life, the changes that are happening that are telling you to think independently, think uniquely, keep going in that direction, regardless if you're crying. Know that you're being propelled by some information by Mars and Cancer that's saying, come on, boo-boo. Cancer's the mama. Come on, baby. You got this. Keep moving. Have you felt that? And if you haven't, tell us that too. I want to get in a discussion because I know part of y'all just listening and doing other things. I get that. I'm with that. It's the middle of the day. But tell us that. Have you just been pushed like somebody behind you? I know this hurts. I know this, you think it's going to be long, but it's not going to be long. Just keep going in this direction. And you're looking behind you like, why am I going over here? Is it just me? Y'all want to talk to me? Is it just me? I just want to know. Okay, Friday, moving it on. Moving it along. The moon goes into Libra. We're almost done, y'all. We're almost done. The moon goes into Libra. Thank you for hanging out. Yes, Nicole Ray, she said yes. And I have no idea what's over there. Me neither. Okay, here comes the responses. Maybe it's just on delay. Okay. Duchess Plum says, yes, I've been trying to change my normal and it's changing for you. That's the point I'm making. Is that the normal is changing for us and around us. Sometimes we don't even need to do too much, especially with Mama Cancer and Mars pushing. Over here. Yeah, you got it. Let's do it like this. Come on, babies. Like a ducklet with her ducklings. Come on. Y'all got it. This way. Don't ask too many questions. No time to buy anything from the store. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Uranus is like, I got y'all. We got to switch this shit up because y'all boring me. How about that? Friday, let's do this thing. As that moon goes into as the moon goes into Libra, right? The moon goes into Libra on Friday. It's about partnerships. It's about diplomacy. It's about justice. It's about being the mediator, about feeling that thing, wanting everybody to get along. The moon in Libra always brings that. The moon in Libra also brings some cynical feelings too. Oh, this will never happen. This is the underbelly of that Libra energy. This will never happen. I'm so cynical to my emotions. I don't feel good about this because it didn't happen before. It's not going to happen again. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I want y'all to stay positive in that justice feeling, knowing that you are about to get a win somehow, somewhere. Why? Because it can help to transform you. That moon in Libra trines Pluto in Aquarius. It wants to transform your relationships with other people, and it wants to transform your relationship with yourself in order for you to get and regain some new sense of power on Thursday within you. That transformative power that says, I can really do this. Pluto is also extreme. And when it's hit favorably, it wants to take you from one side of the pendulum to the other. As long as you slide on in it, as long as you ride on in it. Saturday, there's a full moon in Libra, 23 degrees. Where's that fall in your chart? Do you know where 23 degrees Libra is in your chart? Because that moon will sit right there. Full moon, remember, has to do with endings, right? It's a culmination of feelings, culmination of emotions. So maybe right now, in this moment in time, you are on the precipice of breaking up with your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife. Leaving a partnership that you know has outdone its welcome. And that full moon energy will allow it to straighten for all. Like done. Full moon, 23 degrees Libra, of course. Now, Libra energy has a hard time breaking up with people because Libra loves partnerships. It always wants to find a way to work things out. Libra energy feels like I'm not fully myself if I don't have someone else to partner up with. It's kind of gnarly in some kind of way. And some people will see it as weak. But for a Libra, it's not. Libra energy just likes to bounce off information with a partner to balance out their own perspective, to understand that it can be done in several different ways, but let me do it in this way. So whatever is ending for you on that day, full moon style, has everything to do with what I just said. Or is your perspective changing so you can be a little bit fair? Are your relationships changing so you can see people for who they are? You understand? So you can have a better reflection of who you are or who you're becoming. That's a better reason why relationships could be going crazy, because the reflection is just not there. Something like I just spoke of a little earlier. You got to be able to come in fully yourself in order to have the best relationship possible. Why? Why do you walk around on eggshells around somebody you supposedly in love with, or they love you? But you feel like if I say one thing, if I get them mad, if I say this one thing, if I say it how I really feel it, if I keep saying this over and over again, they're going to be upset and this relationship's going to fall apart. How about this? The relationship's going to fall apart anyway, because you truly can't be yourself. Full moon, Libra, 23 degrees on Saturday. It's going to fall apart anyway if you can't be yourself, especially because that same day, like less than an hour away from each other, Venus goes direct. Come on now. Venus goes direct. The stamp of this is how I want to be loved. Venus is love. Venus is value. I've said this before, but it's worth repeating. Venus is love. Venus is value. Venus is money. Venus is beauty. Venus is possession. Venus is females, women. You understand? So all things in those areas of your life are going forward after a long and gnarly, recollection. Probing in your heart and in your mind space, like, damn it, how do I like to be loved? Who do I need to love? How do I love myself more? Are all these possessions necessary in my home? Can I be, a minimalist and throw some things away? I'm worth more than that. I'm going to ask them for my worth. These are all the things that we were thinking about during Venus in retrograde. But as it goes direct on the same day that full moon is coming down on, come on, y'all, that full moon in Libra, it's saying get rid of the partnerships that show you this newfound love and respect for yourself. Venus direct. Come on. Is the universe not perfect? Am I the only one getting excited? That just feels good to me because they're conspiring to assist us if we're paying attention. It's on you, boo boo, if you want to give them another chance. And nobody's judging you if you want to give somebody another chance. Nobody's judging that. But I will ask you this: vet them motherfuckers, vet them quick and fast. Have 1,001 questions. And another question. Hold on one second. I got that in a whole other section over here. Okay. Does your mother eat her toenails? No relevance whatsoever. I'm just being goofy as hell and trying to finish out this weekly rundown, y'all, because the information is clouding my brain right now. Vet them. I'm just saying, vet them all. Vet them all. Vet them all. Especially because Saturday, again, that full moon information, it wants to leave, it wants to go. And if you try to bring something back that's old, it's something that's old that doesn't resonate with you any longer. If you had conversations and you worked it out, that's a whole nother story. If you were mature about it, you said your apologies and you want to start over again and you're coming back with a clear heart, that's a whole nother story. But if you know these boo-boos are coming back like the fools that they are, come on now. Come on now. We ain't got time for that. On Saturday as well, we have to get this on us because that full moon is trining Jupiter. So whatever you let go, here comes something beautiful to replace it. Jupiter is bountiful. Jupiter is abundance, prosperity. Jupiter is spirit, the doctrine of spirit. Jupiter is culture. Jupiter is travel. Jupiter's a lot of things. It's abundant. It's huge. It's a lot. It's a lot. So here we go with this full moon saying, get rid of Boo Boo and Charlie and all of them. Right? And then Jupiter's like, I got a message for you. I got a reward for you. I got at least some real clear understanding of who the fuck you are. Right after that. On that same day. Come on now. I wish that for you. I really, 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 really do. I wish more than anything because it's about love and it's about money and possessions and the beautiful things and all the things. But it's more about the intangible feeling of worth. And I want y'all all to know, including myself, that we are worthy. We are worthy of all our secret and public prayers. We are worthy of the tears that we cry that nobody sees. We are worthy of those wishes and those wants that we've had since we were a little girl, since we were a little boy. We are worthy. But you have to see that. That's why Venus goes retrograde. Because they want you to see what you're worthy of, not what these people talked you out of receiving. These people, the people that conditioned you, your teachers, your parents, the neighbors, anybody and everybody, your co-workers even. You still looking to your co-workers for answers about fashion because they dress the best way. It's like, dress how you want to dress. Fuck them and how they dress. It's cute on them and you may pick up one or two styles, but dress what feels good on your heart and soul. What feels good on you, how you want to represent you. What's up, Sankofa? Ooh, what's wrong with my throat? Sankofa. Just wanted to say your name clearly. All right, I don't want to preach too much more, y'all. So I'm going to say this Sunday piece and then we're going to pull a card. If you have any questions, please ask me. And thank you, Rabbi Rob, for that question that you had about a half an hour, 45 minutes ago. I hope it helped you in some kind of way. Please come with any questions that you have. Lastly, on Sunday, that moon is going to be in Scorpio at 9:54 a.m., early in the morning or early enough, right? On the east side of life. But before it goes there, it will be in Libra, right? And when we wake up, okay, maybe it's not so much of people on the West Coast, but you'll feel little remnants of it. It wants to square Mars. So there's a little stop sign. There's a little stop sign to what it is we feel we should do and where we are headed. Mars, and I told you, Mars in Cancer is doing all the things that Uranus says this is what we need to do in order to change, to be different, to be alive, to be independent, to be resisting to what's happening. You dig? And then here comes the moon in Libra on that day going, but wait a minute, what about your partner? What about feeling fair? We can't leave everybody in the neighborhood. We can't leave our family. We can't leave. We can't grow and leave the neighborhood and not tell our ex-boyfriend that we're leaving. We have to be just. That's up to you. I don't want to put Sonja's thing on it, but this is what I will say. I feel like there's a balancing act that needs to happen on Sunday in regards to being just versus where you need to move in compassion with. Sometimes moving in compassion with a whole heart will absolutely eradicate and cut off certain people because their compassionate ways, their loving ways are not the same as ours. So just like that adage says, you can't take everybody with you, you can't, y'all. That Libra energy loves partnerships and again has a devotion for all their people. I love it. It's a really good quality about Libras, to be truthful with you. But at the end of the day, sometimes you need to shut that off and or alterate that devotion, that connection to being fair. And I'm not saying be unfair. I'm saying you got to move in the direction in which you decided to move before people start coming in going, that's not right. Go get your boyfriend. Go get your ex. Go get this one. Go get that one. Think about that. Think about that. Because is that person carrying their weight or are they going to bring you down? Again, I say that very trepidatiously because I'm not here to subscribe or prescribe any movements that you should do in your own personal life because I can't see your life. You understand? But I'm just saying, be aware of that on Sunday. Also, that moon in Libra, before it goes into Scorpio, quincunx, Mercury, is a loss of words. It's not really too much to say. Sunday is not a good day to communicate clearly. That's all I want to say. If you want to talk to somebody and give them a point about something, maybe you should do like we did in the 90s and the 80s and send them a mixtape. Send them a playlist of how all the ways in which you felt on a particular day around a particular conversation. And you just send them a mixtape. You know what I mean? Like this is because it's not a good day to say the things. I'm just saying. There's a lot of confusion. I don't want to go too far into it. And then at the end of the day, more confusion. That moon in Scorpio is now quincunx in Neptune. Delusional movements. Yeah. Delusional thought mixed in with a little cynicism. Sunday is tricky. Sunday is really tricky. So do your best to just be as calm as possible, as clear as possible, as open as possible. If you need to escape in the most healthiest ways, walking your dog, going to the beach, you know what I mean? Getting lost in a cloud, listening to some music or whatever, escape in some healthy ways because there'll be a lot of realism that wants to come in on Sunday and kind of just snag you and say, you can't be in this cloud. You're wasting time. You can't imagine these things. You're wasting time. It's like, can I do a little bit of both? The only way to get to the real is to imagine them first. Does that make sense? So you got to give yourself time to do that. All right. And then lastly, on Sunday, that moon, when it goes into Scorpio, it's going to square up against Pluto. Ooh-wee. That could be a little gnarly. I'm just saying, power tripping. And you got the moon in Scorpio squaring up against its own planet, which is Pluto. Pluto is Scorpio's planet. So that's like a Scorpio fighting a Scorpio. Have you ever seen a Scorpio fight a Scorpio? I'm just saying. They all got knives hitting underneath their sock and behind the chair. And that's a battle for your ass right there. It's a lot of sneaky movement in order to be powerful. We don't have to do that. Sunday is going to bring that sneaky ass movement. Maybe Sunday can be a day in which we can find out what sneaky movements were being done by the people that's running this country. I'm just putting that out there right now. Listen to the news if you want. Ooh, that's a lot. I'm talking to them. They're like, and tell them this. I'm like, that's a lot. That's a lot. No, thank you. We're going to stop right now. Not unless you have questions. I hope this helped you in some kind of way. I gave you a little extra information because I thought you deserved it. You need it. I thought it was helpful. You understand? So hopefully, and if you missed that information in the beginning about Neptune, about Chiron and how it's hitting you, if you have Chiron in Aries, and I did tell those that just came in, I did tell you, if you had Chiron in Aries, go to the top of this recording, okay? And get some more specifics about that. That's why I'm kind of taking my time today. I'm kind of going over time a little bit, not too much, hour 24. Here we go. Y'all want the card for the day? Again, any questions? Hi, Keela. What's going on, sweet niece? Any questions? Any questions? Please run it back, Neith. I know I give a lot of information here, and oftentimes I scare people away. And this is just because of what I heard. Okay. And the fact that the astrology part of it can kind of like get people caught in their thoughts and allow the information to kind of get them confused and a little bit and caught in a barbed wire fence. Don't allow it. I do my best to try to explain what those astrological what the jargon is all about and what the aspects are all about, but you don't have to stay stuck in astrology. Hear the words in between the words is how I like to say it. That's what's going to save us more than anything. Hear what it is that you need to get out of a situation. And if you think that this can help somebody else, share it, please and very please. Okay. Thank you, great Mother Father God, for this beautiful day that you've given to us. Thank you. I'm gonna go out on a limb and told you what I just tell y'all what I just heard, and this may just be for one person, but somebody's pregnant. There's a little girl that's coming through, or somebody just found out that they're having a baby, and for some reason I think it's surrounding a person named Keisha, or the baby is gonna be Keisha, because I saw Kei, and I'm like, is that a Keisha? It's just interesting, but they are very, very, very prominent about that. They're like bullying. And it's a woman who's telling, she's a big busted woman who's really excited about somebody being pregnant and it being a girl. And they possibly are going to name her Keisha, or the person who's pregnant is Keisha, or there's a Keisha involved, or a Keisha on here. I don't know what that's about, y'all. But I say congratulations. They also said that this baby is going to help to change the family. This baby needs to be protected. This baby needs to be protected. Because possibly this child is coming in a very unpopular way, meaning that this person slipped up and got pregnant. It's like, oops, here she comes. Or that, there's not a lot in the family, money-wise. I don't know who this is for, but damn, it is really, really prominent. And maybe it's for somebody going to come see this video after the fact, but it's really prominent. They said, don't worry about the money and the substances and the materials that you think you should have. This person is like, this person is like, this baby's like Jesus, I heard. But I think that's funny. It's not like Jesus is coming back, but the person who said it is being funny, saying this person is like Jesus. They're coming back for a reason, so you need to have him there. Oh, I hope that hits for somebody. I don't know who that's for. I feel crazy sometimes. Okay, no questions. Here is, I do have Chiron and Aries in my 13th house. I was able to play the replay anyway. Thank you, Sonia. Okay, Angie, you know I love you, baby. But Chiron is spelled Chiron. So if you look it up, please don't spell it that way. And there are only 12 houses, not 13. So which one you talking about? The 12th house? Oh, I see 12th house. Okay, there we go. Okay. Sorry, I didn't see that. Just came up. All right, in your 12th house. I don't know if that's a question or not, but I just had to read that and help you with that real quick. Okay, there we go. Projections. Look at that. I love it. I love it. I bet you are too. And a not in a way in which you're kind of surprised by it. Projections are interesting, and we all do it. We all do it. Can somebody please tell me if they know somebody pregnant or not, so I don't feel crazy? There's a lot going on in these ethers right here. Projection is the card for the week, y'all. Thank you for staying around this long. I appreciate you and checking this message out. This is a very, 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 very important message because we all do these weird ass projections. The man and the woman in this card are facing each other, yet they are not able to see each other clearly. Hold on. This has everything to do with that Virgo energy, is what I was just told. Virgo energy projects a lot. When the moon is in Virgo, pay attention to when this is heightened. Virgo energy projects a lot. Why? Because Virgo don't like to be wrong, remember? So I'm going to put it on you, whether it looks good or whether it looks bad. Whether I'm putting you on a pedestal or whether I'm making you out to be Manson out this mug. They project it, you did? Because they don't want to be wrong. Did I say that already? The man and woman in this card is facing each other, yet they are not able to see each other clearly. Each is projecting an image they have constructed in their minds, covering the real face of a person that they are looking at. All of us can get caught up in projecting more movies onto of our own making onto a situation and people surrounding us. It happens when we are not fully aware of our own expectations, desires, and judgments. Instead of taking responsibility for them and owning them, we try to attribute them to others. A projection can be devilish or divine, disturbing or comforting, but it is a projection nonetheless. A cloud that prevents us from seeing reality as it is. The only way out is to recognize the game. When you find a judgment arising about another, turn it around. Does what you see in others really belong to you? And is your vision clear or clouded by what you want to see? Ashe. This is a big deal and has everything to do, I didn't even know that, everything to do with my title of this gosh darn thing, Out of the Fog and Into the Light. I think that's what I put up here, and into the light, I believe. Yeah. Out of the fog of your own projections, because you perceive a situation or a person in the way that you want to see them because it's safe for you. I get that. I totally get that. As a human being, I get that more than y'all will ever recognize and know. But to be truthful with you, we don't have time for them anymore, because these projections are confusing the game. These projections are confusing our lives. These projections are allowing us to eat the steak in the matrix, you dig? These projections are just allowing us to watch people die, babies die, governments go awry. These projections are watching your neighbors go broke and having to move out because they don't have enough money for rent, and you could have helped them, not with money, but helping them organize some things. These projections keep us in our own little tube, in our own little, our own little world of what we can handle. Come on, y'all. Come on. You can handle more than you think you can. If our ancestors did, we can too. I'm over what you think you can handle and what you can't. If you on this planet, if you at this time of life, you should feel blessed and honored to be able to see yourself, to be able to see your mistakes, to be able to clear away some generational shit, to be able to be the one who stood up for your family, for yourself, for your own heart, for humanity, for love's sake. You should be proud, in my opinion, to be here, to navigate those crazy ass waters. We have been chosen, or else we would have been gone. We have been chosen in this time around to dismantle these projections and to see the fucking real. Are you strong enough, courageous enough to see what's real? Or you still just want to be comfortable? Because I'm here to tell it the way I feel it and the way I see it is blasting off anyway. It's blasting off. The masks are off. And that's why our eyesight wants to do its best to cover up whatever it is we're seeing now. I don't see that. Let me put on different glasses. Where are my glasses? So now you're going to act dumb? I'm just saying, y'all. Our government is a clear sign of that right now. Who got the glasses on, cuz? You? And in all ways, not just the obvious Gaza way or the obvious, tariffs way or whatever the fuck else is in the headlines. People being sent to El Salvador. Like it's in more ways than these obvious ways. I'm just saying, check yourself and let these babies come on through so they can change this world. That's all I'm saying. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go because I swear I'm in preacher mode today. I don't want to hold you on. Thank you, Neef. I appreciate you. Y'all be good to yourself, okay? First and foremost, be good to you. Know what you need and want in this particular life. The question is this: if spirit took you tomorrow, how would you live today? If spirit took you next week, how would you lead? How would you live and lead the next couple of days? If spirit really took you off this planet, what are the convictions? What are the thoughts? What are the pieces of poetry and art that you're going to leave here? How are you going to be remembered? In my opinion, it's time to start living like that and ask people harder questions. How you feeling? Do you have enough money? What'd you eat for dinner last night? Has your mother said anything kind to you lately? People don't like asking them deep ass questions. We don't need to get deep. When are we going to get deep? When? When are we going to check on our people in the realest fucking way? When are we going to check on ourselves? When? Oh, let's keep it light and airy. Okay, we can do that too. But I'm going to ask you the real questions while we at the movies having a good time. We can do both. Integration out this motherfucker. Bring it together because it's all one and it's all fabulous if you look at it that way. Y'all, I ain't got time. I got to get out of here before y'all have me preaching again. Thank you. Thank you. Much love to you. Take care of yourself and your peoples too. Adios.